This is 6 News Now, here for you 24 hours a day, online at WL.
Today, there are new messages of hope from doctors who've been fighting COVID-19 on the front lines for more than 2 years. And this comes as case numbers dropped significantly in the last few weeks. 6 News reporter Luke Snyder spoke with medical experts today and is here for you now in the studio with where we go from here. Luke?
Siobhan, one doctor I spoke with today compared battling the recent Omicron variant to fighting a wildfire. But today, he says there isn't much left to burn, and that's bringing new optimism as daily cases are nearing new lows not seen since last summer.
There's been a drastic diminution in patients who are getting admitted, as well as the ones who are turning positive in the outpatient settings. I think our positivity rate, at least the numbers that I look at, are less than 5%.
That's down from rates that just last month were at more than 30%. Henry Ford in Jackson says their hospital numbers are now down in the single digits, while in Lansing, Sparrow Hospital is seeing something similar.
In theory, with us being indoors, cold climate, you would expect to see a full hospital. We're actually seeing the opposite.
It's a positive sign that's bringing new hope for the future.
I am quite optimistic and hopeful that, I'm never going to say it's the end of the pandemic, but there are a lot of very positive signs out there.
Experts say it comes down to how fast the Omicron variant spread.
The ones who haven't gotten the disease probably have been protected by a degree of vaccination. So if I had to guess, I suspect we probably have had 80 to 90% of the population either get the disease or get vaccinated.
Doctors say if they've learned anything, it's that this virus is unpredictable, but they say research from previous pandemics shows the worst could very well be behind us, with treatment options in the form of a pill becoming more available.
So far, most of the people who require the drugs are able to get it. It might not be at their first pharmacy or the first office that they call, but if they call enough places, they are able to get the drug.
Coming up at 6, we'll hear from medical experts on where we go from here when it comes to wearing a mask. This comes as schools like MSU are reducing their guidelines.
Our new redesigned 6 News mobile app.
you.
Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, I really thought everybody would be really excited for the weekend warm weather, highs near 60 degrees, but most of the questions that I got today were about snowfall next week, so we'll start there first. Here's a look at the heavy snow chances, and in southern sections of mid-Michigan, there is a low chance. The trend this winter, though, had been for storm systems to end up further south than what the computer models were indicating, so if that still holds, maybe it'll be just south of mid-Michigan, but it is a close call, and even though we're talking heavy snow this time of the year, that could be just 2, 3, maybe 4 inches of accumulation, so nothing too much to worry about at this point. We'll keep an eye on Monday evening into early Tuesday. Temperatures across the state, mid-teens to the north, 20s across northern lower Michigan, and then 30s across mid-Michigan. Our local numbers ranging from 30 in Lansing and Charlotte to 28 in Mason, Howell south to Jackson, and to Hillsdale in the upper 20s. It's been beautiful, though. Lots of sunshine, still mostly clear skies in St. John's. Our current temperature at 30 degrees. High today was 31. WLNS, Cam, sun heading down, but it's a gorgeous one out there still, and it's not all that cold. Our current temperature here at the station sits at 30. High today was 32 degrees. In Grand Ledge tonight, a few clouds on the horizon, but still plenty of sunshine. Our temperature in Grand Ledge holding at 29 degrees. Morning low was down to 19. Here's the view in Jackson. Just a few clouds for effect. It's a beautiful evening. Jackson Cam always known for gorgeous sunset shots, and it's a beautiful one this evening with 29 degrees, the current temperature. In Hillsdale, looking good as well. Mostly clear skies. Our current temperature at 29. High today 31. And your morning low down to 20. Satellite and radar, not a whole lot to worry about here. High pressure is going to settle overhead. That's why we'll be in the upper teens tomorrow morning. As it pushes further east, we'll see warmer weather start to move in. Low 40s for tomorrow. Then as we move into Saturday, a very strong warm front begins to lift north, and once that moves through, you'll really notice the difference. The air mass will feel a little more humid, high temperatures near 60, and we may hold off the rain until late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Here's tonight's forecast then, 19 with partly cloudy skies, light southwesterly winds. For your Friday, mostly cloudy skies developing in the afternoon. High temperatures tomorrow near 41 degrees, pretty close to that average high of 39. On the 6-day forecast, on Saturday, 60 degrees, just a 20% chance of a shower late. Morning showers on Sunday, then colder with some light snow possible Monday. 30s and 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday, and potentially a little more snow late next week as we cool things back into the mid-30s. And of course, that clock is there as the reminder to bring the clocks forward 1 hour. But that's next weekend, a little ways away, but just a sign that it is that time of the year.
I know. We were hoping to stretch those 60s out a little bit longer, though. It doesn't look like it right now.
No, but at least 2 days in March, not too bad.
Not too bad.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're
shooting. Now, those 2 shootings happened on the same day that a City of Lansing committee discussed tightening rules for reporting stolen guns. Sarah Alshett is here for you now live at City Hall, where the Committee on Public Safety took up this proposal, and she's here now to break down what the ordinance is and the response to it. Sarah?
Sherry, that's right. The meeting wrapped up not too long ago. Now, the proposal would require gun owners to report stolen firearms to the Lansing Police Department if the gun was stolen in Lansing. If they don't, they'd be fined up to $500. Now, the committee did pass the ordinance today. Now it'll go to the City Council meeting on March 14th, where there will be a chance for public comment. And if there are no issues presented, the City Council will vote on it then. This proposal was introduced by Lansing Mayor Andy Shore. Mayor Shore says, quote, "We need to be able to track when guns are stolen and are out on the streets. Right now, owners of stolen firearms are required to report the theft to the Michigan State Police, but there is no requirement to also pass that information along to local law enforcement. This would change that. Today, committee members unanimously agreed with the proposal.
Any little thing that we can do to make sure that there's responsible gun ownership and help the City of Lansing and the LPD with the reporting and being able to further solve crimes once they happen and prevent them by making sure that people are a little bit more responsible with their weapons, we're going to do that.
If the City Council does approve this on March 14th, it will be effective immediately starting March 15th. Here for you live in Lansing, Sarah Alshett, 6 News.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
Well, there's bipartisan support on Capitol Hill for a Ukraine aid package. Lawmakers from both parties, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, say they also back possible legislation that would prohibit Russian oil imports to the U.S. Also, an immigration official tells CBS News the Biden administration has paused U.S. deportations to Ukraine because of the ongoing humanitarian crisis stemming from Russia's military attack. When it comes to the war in Ukraine, a national survey shows America is not backing an isolation policy when it comes to using troops in NATO countries to stop any further Russian aggression. Capitol correspondent Tim Skubik is here for you with a look at those numbers.
Our forces are not going to Europe to fight Ukraine.
And according to a new national survey, a majority of Americans agree with the president that troops should not be fighting the war in Ukraine. However, by a wide margin of 70 to 21%, Americans do favor the president's decision to send the military into NATO countries, just in case Russia's Vladimir Putin decides to invade those NATO nations. The president warns our soldiers will be there for one reason.
But to defend our NATO allies in the event that Putin decides to keep moving west. And as I've made crystal clear, the United States and our allies will defend every inch of territory that is NATO territory with the full force of our collective power. Every single inch.
And 70% of the citizens support that use of force. The survey also asked if Mr. Putin is stable or unstable. And note the gender difference on these findings. Men, 43% believe he is stable, 39% unstable. Women, 20% stable, 58% unstable. Democrats, 21% stable, 63% unstable. Republicans, 32% stable, 54% unstable. And independents, 36% stable, 63% unstable. And finally, 66% of Americans believe Mr. Putin will invade other countries. Here for you in Lansing, Tim Skubic, 6 News.
Meantime,
This is 6 News Now. We will begin in 60 seconds. Six News Now will begin in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. 6 News Now will begin shortly.